Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Appalachian Cryptid Encounters here. So I got some more footage of that tribe that came through here a few days back, and I want to go over it with you. So first, here's a close-up image. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit enhancement real quick. Turn the sharpness up and the definition up just a hair, and turn some of the brightness up. Okay, from here. You're going to see right in here at the bottom of your screen here, you're going to see an eyeball right here. Right? There's the nose. There's the eye. And then there's the skull. And then there's another one right behind them. I believe this is two little juveniles. I'm not real sure. They're stacked up on each other. Actually, one's on the back of the other. Now, this could be the Hobbit Sasquatches. I'm not sure. The smaller stature ones, the Hobbit size ones. Um, I'm not real sure. They're well hidden in there. Look at that eye right there. He's got his nocturnal shade lens halfway across his eye there. Now, for the larger Sasquatch, he's clear at the top, which you can see him here. He's standing on the ground. These guys are in a tree. And this guy up here is standing right next to the tree. He's huge. Most likely, um, if that's it might be the parent. I'm not real sure. So his conical head goes like that. Here's his thick eyebrow ridge right there, and then there's his eyes. It's partially covered by a twig off the vegetation and kind of break up the outline of their eyes. These guys are masters at covering concealment. Look how big his eyeball is there on both sides. Then there's his nose. Now he's got a little juvenile in his arms right here. And you can see the redness in its eye right there. The other one's covered up. He's holding that little guy. And he's very well concealed, right? Now that you know where they're at, look at the definition on his face, man. Look at that. You can see the hair on his skin. That dark grayish leatherish skin. It's real thick skin. And you can see his eye right there. There's his pupil. Just amazing. Sitting there watching me, top of the tree. Now this next image I'm going to show you is this image, but way back where I was standing. So here it goes. Let me turn that one off. Okay. Here's the original image, right? So I'm going to do a little bit of enhancement here. Turn the sharpness up just a hair and the definition. And turn the brightness up a little bit. This helps counteract the image diminishing returns you get when you upload it to YouTube. Their uploading server. It depletes the image, so to speak. It's not as bright, it's more dull, everything. So I'm going to try to add a little bit of light to help negate that. Okay, so here we go. To give you a little perspective here, this tree here, right? This tree here is 30 feet in front of this tree right here. See the camera doesn't give you depth perception. You know, you're looking at a 2D image, and it's not giving you the distance to how far back this Sasquatch is. Because I got one of those zoom in lenses. So, um, so now that you know that, let's take a look at these guys. Also, I'd like to add, over here is another Sasquatch in the bush. Look at him. See his eyes right here? There's his face. Well concealed in the bush. Hard to see. Definitely there. Now he's got a little juvenile in front of him too on his lap. You can see his little eye right there. One of them. His other eye's like right there. And his eye's real big. Look at it swollen out there. These little babies, they get shocked. They get shock and awe whenever you put a flashlight on them. You know, it's like a deer in the headlight look. So I usually try not to hold the light on them and traumatize them or anything. You know, these little fellers are just learning what life is and the beginning of their life and their processes and stuff. So I try not to cause them any trauma and whatnot, or yell at them or anything like that. Let's see here, up top. Now this Sasquatch here, you can see how big his conical head is. The other outline is behind this tree right here. You know, the other outline of his skull. To see how big his head is, you know what I mean? It's this shit. Just a second. Trying to take any markups off here. So it's like that. Okay, you can see his eyes there. Like so. Now he is way back in there, right? And you still, I mean, I'm guessing that he's probably 8 to 10 foot tall. Somewhere in there. And he's got more Sasquatches that's down below him, for example. Let me take in markups. I don't know why I keep jumping like that. Just a second, please. Okay. So you see another one right here, right? Peeking around. Here's the other one that I drawed earlier. And then he's got the juvenile behind him. And he's laying down in the back there in the vegetation, because back there is this log laying like this. He's laying on the log is what's going on. I mean, they can just, they're masters at covering, concealment, and hiding. It's quite amazing. It really is. You know, there is a phenomenon around Sasquatches about blurry footage and stuff like that. See, here's a little one right here. You can see his eyes. There is a phenomenon with it. Like, I don't know if it's electromagnetic or what, but these Sasquatches here, they have no need to do any kind of magnetic interference because they're just well concealed. They know how to hide. So, but that footage is as good as you're going to get when recording in the woods. But this guy here, I've seen him several times. This Sasquatch right here, and maybe I would like to think in a way that Maybe they're getting used to seeing me and don't feel a threat. I've been interacting with them for a little over 2 years now, so. But there are new Sasquatches that come through the area who are not used to me, and but for the most part, the ones that travel through here, I've interacted with them. So this one here, I've seen these guys for a while. So there's one here, right? There's actually two here, which I'm going to take a screenshot and show you where I can zoom in. Okay, now the first guy, his chin goes like that. His eyes right there. This is the first flare up of his first nostril, right? And then here's his lips. He's got his lips closed. He's just sitting there. See, he's well hidden. And then there's a little juvenile right below him. Right underneath his chin, there's a little juvenile stacked under him. And then lastly, here's this one right here, which you can see him looking off to the right here a little bit with his, or off to his left. There's an eye right there. And the other eye's right there is his nose. Maybe it ain't what it is. Maybe it's right here. I can't really tell. They're nocturnal shade lenses. Some of them are they're off-white color, and it can look like an eye sometimes, and it's really confusing. But he's definitely in there. There's definitely one there. And there could be some more. Okay, here's another one right here at the base of this tree. Check this guy out. He's snarling at me. You can see he's got his lips up. You can see his teeth. See his nose. There's his eyes. Partially hidden by the tree. Laying down back behind that tree. They like to get to the base of the tree to where, because most people, they know humans don't look down on the ground as much, when they're looking for Sasquatch, they're looking up midway to taller, because we automatically think that they're a larger being, so we're kind of looking up for them. When naturally they're on the ground, getting as low as they can, getting in vegetation, breaking up their silhouettes, the whole 9 yards. Here's another one right here in that thick vegetation. So he's got his shade lens on here, but this eye is uncovered. You see how big his pupil are is there. There's his nose. He's just staying hidden in the vegetation. Yeah, it's pretty good footage. There might be a couple more in there. I'm sure there is. They have strength in numbers, that's for sure. So, yeah, just wanted to bring this to the channel, especially this big guy right here. That's just amazing. Anyways, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers and on TikTok, my new followers. I'm running a TikTok channel now, so it's of the same name. So if you're on TikTok, check me out. Sign up. And if you're on TikTok watching this, come over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I appreciate it. YouTube's sticking me on the algorithm, so yeah, I could appreciate everybody that comes over and subscribes. If you want to support me, come over and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Okay, guys. Peace. Have a good night.